How can I build relationships on social media without constantly like talking about my business? Because that's a common thing, especially when we're first starting out with our online business. We always get into that. We get excited, right? So it's kind of like we have our baby, we have this vision, we have this product that we created, we have this service that we want to sell, and we want to impact the people that need us, and we know that their lives are going to be transformed by our product. So our first initial like reaction is to be like, here's all my stuff. Like, here, buy it. I made all this for you. Like, I spent all this time doing it. Here's my stuff, right? But you never really spend time allowing people to go through the journey with you, which is why it's so important, and I constantly stress this, to document your journey and not create and curate perfect content. So I'm gonna relate this question to dating, okay? This question, it was really funny, this kind of just popped up in my head and I was like, oh my gosh, this is a perfect way to relate this question to. So when you feel like you're constantly pitching your products, but you want to build relationships, think about it in terms of dating to getting engaged and then to getting married. Okay. So let's just hypothetically say some guy asks you out on the first date and you're like, okay, this is awesome. Whatever. You guys are having a great date. And then they're kind of like, here, let's get engaged. Like, here's the ring. And you're kind of like, whoa. Like, I don't even know who you are yet. Like, I want to like go on a couple dates with you first, like maybe a lot. Like, I want to know you for like a year. I want to like see if I like your vibe. I want to see if I like, if I can relate to you, et cetera, until you like get engaged and then get married to that person, right? If you guys are relating to this, let me know in the comments, or if you guys are like understanding what I'm trying to say. So what I mean by this is like, that is almost how you guys are acting when you go to pitch people your products, whether it's cold messaging or just telling people about your products and offers that you have, okay? You're kind of going up to random strangers in Facebook groups, on Instagram, on Pinterest, wherever that you network with other people. You go up to random strangers and they ask a question, and then you're kind of like, here's my $15,000 mastermind. Here's my like one-to-one like services that I can offer you, and they have no idea who you are. So almost think about it as if you were going on a blind date with somebody, and then all of a sudden they're like, let's get married, like let's get engaged, like and you're just like, no, like I don't know who you are, right? So how this all ties together is, how do you build that relationship? I'm going Casper the Ghost. How do you build that relationship with somebody without constantly pitching them? How you do that is you provide consistent, valuable content so they can almost like go on dates with you. Okay, so this is relating back to going on the blind date and having somebody like say that they want to get married to you on the first date. You don't do that, right? So you don't do the same with your online business. When someone first comes across your profile, you can have your products and services ready for them if they're ready to make that move. But 99% of the time, people are shopping around. They want to see, it's kind of like dating. They want to see what other people have, and they want to see how they can relate to you. They want to see if they know what you're talking about. And how do they know that? By you consistently pushing out valuable content. If this is making sense to you guys, let me know in the comments. So, at the end of the day, in order to create relationships that are valuable and they're impactful and they're changing somebody else's life, and you don't have to be pitching your business or your products or your services, is what you do is you provide free, valuable content in the way that you can express your knowledge best. So I always say to you guys, like, I am better at video, live streaming, photography. Like, that's how I like expressing my vision. So what platforms am I going to go to do that? I'm going to do Facebook Live. I'm going to do Pinterest. I'm going to do Instagram and YouTube, because I can repurpose the live streams on YouTube. Because this is me. Like, I do better when I say what I'm thinking. Because I know, like, I'm that type of texter where like I think everything in my head, but I only text like half of it. So I'll be like, okay, sounds good, like where other people like write paragraphs of text and they're like really elaborate storytellers through blogs or whatever, which is amazing, but that's just not how I'm best at delivering information. So I said this in a previous live stream before, but you guys, like, it's not always about which platform is popular. There's a lot of popular platforms, okay? But you need to go where you can give people your valuable content best, and also where your ideal clients are congregating, which is typically on social media if you have an online business. So, like I said, if I'm not good at writing, I'm not going to resort to blogging, even if that was the most popular thing right now, which it was 10 years ago, right? But I'm not good at that. So I'm not going to do that, or if I do it, I'm not going to prioritize it in my marketing strategy. I'm going to prioritize what I'm good at and what I like showing up and doing. That means it's not going to be a job to me. So at the end of the day, I'm going to wrap this up. So if you guys have any questions, let me know in the comments right now, but I'm going to kind of re-say what I've already said. Developing relationships on social media without constantly pitching yourself is like dating to getting engaged to getting married. You're not going to offer somebody an engagement ring on the first date, okay? And that's the same thing as if you offer your high-level mastermind to somebody that has no idea who you are. That's literally what it is. It's like you go on this first date, you're having a great time, but you want to go on another date to see if you want to go on the third date, then the fourth date, then the fifth date, okay? That's kind of like your free valuable content. When people first come across you, they see one live stream, they see one post, and they're like, wow, I really like Kylie. So I'm going to keep waiting to see if I can still relate to her. I saw one post, but I want to see a second one. I want to see a third, fourth, fifth. And then when you show up authentically and with your valuable information, reveal exactly who you are, your expertise, your value, that's when people start to know, like, and trust you. Then they buy your products and services. Kind of like the engagement ring. You go on a date, first date, second date, third date. You have like 100 dates or however many dates it takes, okay? Until you pop the question and then you get married. It's the same thing with an online business. So we can't just go up to random strangers and give them engagement rings, okay? So same thing with social media. We can't go up to random strangers and be like, here's my $15,000 mastermind. You would be perfect for it. And they're kind of like, well, $15,000 is a lot and I have no idea who you are. So I don't know about that. So that's I kind of liked how I'm like relating those two together. I hope that makes sense for you guys. So how can you present yourself authentically and cultivate and build these relationships online without constantly pitching yourself? You do that by consistently providing valuable content every single day. That's what consistency is, okay? It's not doing like 500 YouTube videos in a day, then not touching YouTube for 5 years and then like wanting to go back to YouTube. That's not what consistency is. It's baby steps every single day until you get to your goal. Okay? So what I want you guys to do is I want you guys, and I say this almost on every single live stream, is focus on providing that valuable content every single day and the consistency, and you will magnetize your ideal clients because you're providing information that they want. Okay? And then when you have a product or a service, you won't feel the need to pitch them because they know that you have the answer to their problem because you consistently provide value about it. Okay? Elizabeth says, great value and tips. Thanks. You are so welcome. I'm so happy that you love this. So yeah, that's really all that I have to say for today. I kind of just like recap. So yeah, I hope you guys have an amazing Tuesday and I will see you tomorrow on the next live stream. Bye guys.